Local temperature reports around San Francisco Bay for 12 p.m. Downtown San Francisco was 58 degrees. Oakland Museum was 57 degrees. Redwood City was 56 degrees. These are the noon Pacific Standard Time observations for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas on Tuesday, December 12th. At San Francisco Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 58, dew point 50, relative humidity 75%, northeast wind at 3 miles an hour, pressure 30.00 inches and falling. At Oakland Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 55, dew point 52, relative humidity 89%, west wind at 8 miles an hour, pressure 30.01 inches and falling. At San Jose Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 58, dew point 47, relative humidity 66%, calm, pressure 30.00 inches and falling. At Santa Rosa, fog was reported, reducing the visibility to 1/2 of a mile, temperature 48, calm, pressure 30.02 and falling. At Concord, it was sunny, temperature 59, variable wind at 6. At Livermore, it was sunny, temperature 60, calm. At Monterey, it was sunny, temperature 57, northwest wind at 5, pressure 29.98 and falling. At Salinas, it was sunny, temperature 59, dew point 40, relative humidity 49%, northwest wind at 3. Here are some observations around California and western Nevada. It was sunny, with a temperature of 55 at Sacramento, 42 at South Lake Tahoe, 48 at Blue Canyon, and 45 at Mammoth Lakes. It was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 64 at Los Angeles, 63 at San Diego, and 37 at Truckee. At Reno, it was partly sunny, with a temperature of 42. Sunrise, sunset, and tidal information for the San Francisco Bay Area for Tuesday, December 12th. The sunrise today, 7:14 a.m. The sunset tonight, 4:51 p.m. Tidal data at the Golden Gate for today. Low tide, 3:49 a.m. at 3.16 feet. High tide, 10:01 a.m. at 6.57 feet. Low tide, 05:03 p.m. at -19 feet. Here are the buoy observations for noon Pacific Standard Time. At buoy 6, winds south 70 knots, gusting to 23, water temperature 57, pressure 1012.1 millibars, seas 3, every 14. At offshore buoy 59, winds south 2 knots, water temperature 61, pressure 1020.3 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 8 seconds. At Point Arena buoy, winds north 4 knots, water temperature 56, pressure 1016.1 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 11 seconds. At buoy 13 near Bodega Bay, winds northwest at 6 knots, pressure 1016.1 millibars, swell 6 feet, every 10 seconds. At Point Reyes Wave Rider buoy, water temperature 58, seas 7 feet, every 11 seconds. At San Francisco Bar buoy, water temperature 56, seas 4 feet, every 12 seconds. At San Francisco buoy, winds northwest 8 knots, water temperature 56, pressure 1000 to 17.2 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 10 seconds. At Lovers Point Wave Rider buoy in Monterey Bay, water temperature 57, seas 3 feet, every 12 seconds. At Point Sur, Wave Rider buoy, water temperature 57, seas 6 feet, every 11 seconds. At Cape San Martin buoy, winds north 16 knots, water temperature 59, pressure 1013.6 millibars. Seas 6 feet, every 11 seconds. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, WZ2504, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.475 megahertz from on top of Sonoma Mountain. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the North Bay counties of Marin, Sonoma, and Napa, as well as the coastal waters from Point Arena to Pigeon Point, including San Francisco Bay. Here are the coastal observations for 12 p.m. The wind speed is in knots. The wind at Point Reyes was northwest at 2 with gusts to 6. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays, including the Monterey Bay, Greater Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. Northerly winds continue to subside with gusts diminishing, but winds will remain moderate to fresh across the southern waters, generally south of Point Sur. Winds will continue to diminish into midweek as high pressure builds once again. New storm system approaches this weekend, bringing widespread rain. Current northwest swell diminishes through tomorrow with a northwest new swell building late Wednesday into Thursday. The marine forecast for San Pablo Bay, Suisun Bay, the West Delta, and the San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge. Dense fog advisory in effect until 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. For today, northwest winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southwest this afternoon. Patchy dense fog this morning. For tonight, north winds 5 to 10 knots. For Wednesday, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. For Wednesday night, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. For Thursday, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. For Thursday night, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. For Friday, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. For Saturday, east winds 5 to 10 knots. A chance of rain. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, WZ2504, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.475 MHz from on top of Sonoma Mountain. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the North Bay counties of Marin, Sonoma, and Napa, as well as the coastal waters from Point Arena to Pigeon Point, including San Francisco Bay. The coastal waters forecast from Point Arena to Point Reyes out to 10 nautical miles. For today, northwest winds 10 to 20 knots. Wind waves 3 to 4 feet. West swell 2 to 4 feet at 11 seconds. For tonight, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. West swell 2 to 3 feet at 10 seconds. For Wednesday, northwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 to 2 feet. West swell 2 to 3 feet at 10 seconds. For Wednesday night, north winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Southwest swell around 2 feet at 9 seconds and west 2 to 3 feet at 16 seconds. For Thursday, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 feet. Swell west 6 to 8 feet at 15 seconds. For Thursday night, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Swell west 7 to 9 feet at 15 seconds. For Friday, southeast winds 10 to 20 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Swell west 5 to 6 feet. For Saturday, southeast winds 10 to 20 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Southwest swell 2 to 4 feet and west 5 to 6 feet. Rain likely. The coastal waters forecast from Point Arena to Point Reyes 10 to 60 nautical miles offshore. For today, northwest winds 10 to 20 knots. Wind waves 4 to 6 feet. West swell 3 to 4 feet at 11 seconds. For tonight, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Wind waves 3 to 4 feet. Northwest swell 3 to 4 feet at 10 seconds. For Wednesday, northwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Northwest swell around 3 feet at 9 seconds. For Wednesday night, north winds around 5 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Mixed swell south around 2 feet at 9 seconds and northwest 2 to 4 feet at 16 seconds. For Thursday, southeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 feet. Swell west 7 to 9 feet at 16 seconds. For Thursday night, southeast winds 10 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Swell west 8 to 9 feet at 15 seconds. For Friday, southeast winds 15 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Wind waves 3 to 4 feet. Swell west around 6 feet. A chance of rain. For Saturday, southeast winds 15 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Wind waves 4 to 5 feet. Southwest swell 4 to 6 feet and northwest around 6 feet. Rain likely. The coastal waters forecast from Point Reyes to Pigeon Point out to 10 nautical miles. For today, northwest winds 10 to 20 knots. Wind waves 3 to 4 feet. West swell 2 to 4 feet at 11 seconds. For tonight, north winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. West swell 2 to 3 feet at 10 seconds. For Wednesday, north winds 10 to 15 knots. Wind waves 1 to 2 feet. West swell 2 to 3 feet at 10 seconds. For Wednesday night, northeast wind 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. South swell around 2 feet at 9 seconds and west up to 2 feet at 16 seconds. For Thursday, east winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 to 2 feet. Swell west 4 to 6 feet at 15 seconds. For Thursday night, east winds 5 to 10 knots. Swell west 6 to 8 feet at 15 seconds. For Friday, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Swell west 4 to 6 feet. For Saturday, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Southwest swell around 2 feet and west 4 to 6 feet. A chance of rain. San Francisco bar forecast. In the deep water channel, mixed seas of 4 to 5 feet at 12 seconds. Across the bar, mixed seas of 5 to 6 feet at 12 seconds. Maximum ebb current of 4.1 knots at 3:00 p.m. Tuesday and 1.1 knots at 4:25 a.m. Wednesday. The area forecast for the peninsula, North Bay, and East Bay. Coastal flood advisory in effect until 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this afternoon. Dense fog advisory in effect until 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. For the rest of today, partly cloudy late in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the 50s to mid-60s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 30s to upper 40s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northeast after midnight. And on Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs from the 50s to mid-60s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For the Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Lows from the 30s to upper 40s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Thursday, partly cloudy. Highs from the 50s to upper 60s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows from the upper 30s to lower 50s. Friday and Friday night, partly cloudy. Highs from the 50s to upper 60s, lows from the upper 30s to lower 50s for the Saturday. Mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. A slight chance of rain. Highs from the 60s to lower 70s for Saturday night, partly cloudy. A chance of rain. Lows from the 40s to lower 50s Sunday through Monday. Rain likely. Highs from the 50s to mid-60s, lows from the 40s to mid-50s, high temperatures today and lows tonight for the selected cities. San Francisco, 61 and 45, San Francisco Airport, 63 and 47, Redwood City, 63 and 43, Oakland, 62 and 44, Fremont, 62 and 41, Concord, 63 and 38, Livermore, 63 and 36, San Rafael, 63 and 42, Santa Rosa, 66 and 35, Napa, 63 and 39, Fairfield, 63 and 38. The weather overview for northern and central California for the period Friday through Tuesday. Fog and low clouds continue to develop around the Bay Area this morning. Clearing late this morning. Dry weather this week with a warming trend. A chance of rain this weekend. The extended forecast for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay Area Friday and Friday night. Partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 70. Lows 40 to 55. Saturday and Saturday night, partly cloudy. A chance of rain. Highs 55 to 75. Lows 40 to 55. Sunday and Sunday night, rain likely. Highs 50 to 70. Lows 45 to 55. Monday and Monday night, rain likely. Highs 50 to 65. Lows 45 to 55. Tuesday and Tuesday night, rain likely. Highs 55 to 65. Lows 45 to 55.